Hey, what's going on? Reagan Ram here with OrpheusAudioAcademy.com, and in this video I am reviewing the Maono PM500 condenser microphone. Maono was kind enough to send this to me to review, so that's what we're going to do in this video. We're going to break down the pros, the cons, and whether or not this is a microphone that I would recommend to you, an indie music producer or musician. And by the way, the microphone I'm reviewing, it is what you are hearing right now. It's this microphone right here. By the way, if you decide after watching this review that you want to grab this microphone for yourself, I have a link in the description that you can click on, and that will go a long way towards helping support this channel. So first off, what is the purpose of this microphone? What is it trying to achieve? Well, it is a large diaphragm microphone with what Maono says are unique acoustics. It has a high performance circuit design only for the pursuit of a more delicate and richer sound. So that means the point of this microphone is to pick up nuance and subtleties in any vocal performance. And that's what you're looking for in a condenser microphone. And it's why I recommend, if you're recording in a studio, that you have a condenser microphone. So the specific situations in which Maono recommends this microphone is professional vocal dubbing, live streaming, live game explanation. So if you're doing a voiceover while game streaming, network audio production, and personal recording. So basically everything that involves audio, this microphone should be able to handle. Now, I am not a live streamer yet or a podcaster, though I am thinking about doing a live stream and potentially podcasts in the future, but I am using the microphone for YouTube videos like this and also for recording vocals. And so you're hearing what it sounds like right now in a YouTube video, but later on I'm going to show you what it sounds like with recording vocals in an actual song. So some other quick specs on the microphone: it is a cardioid condenser microphone, and it covers the full range of the human hearing spectrum. So from 20 Hertz all the way up to 20,000 Hertz. All right, now let's jump into how this microphone sounds on vocals. So first I'm going to play the vocal with my previous mic, my MXL mic, which I've used in all my other YouTube videos. And then I am going to show you what the Maono microphone sounds like.
The empire is on my tail, that's fine by me. Magnetic sea has engulfed my tiny craft. I crack a smile and crank the...
All right, so that was the MXL. Now let's hear the Maono.
The empire is on my tail, that's fine by me. Magnetic sea has engulfed my tiny craft. I crack a smile and crank the...
So to my ears, the Maono sounds richer and more detailed than the MXL I was using before. Obviously, whatever mic you have might sound a little different compared to this microphone, but you can hear overall this microphone sounds really awesome, really great. It definitely works for recording vocals. And by the way, this is how the mic sounds on its own. There's no EQ. There is just some slight compression and some slight reverb and delay going on here, I believe. But there's no EQ, so that's just straight how it sounds. And there's some mild compression as well, just so that you can hear it over the track that was playing. So it sounds really nice, very rich, very detailed. And this is probably my go-to mic now for recording vocals. Over the MXL I was using before. Right, now let's cover the pros first. So number one, does it sound good, right? That's the number one question you have for any microphone. Is it gonna sound good for the purposes that you're using it for? And I think it does sound good. I mean, you can hear what it sounds like in this video, so you can tell me about that. But as I was using it to record vocals, I was finding it sounds very good. It actually sounds very similar to the MXL microphone that I've pretty much used my whole life when it comes to recording my own music. I've worked with a lot of other microphones in a professional studio, but I don't own those myself. But the microphone I pretty much stuck with is a condenser MXL microphone, and this sounds pretty similar to that, only it has a lot more presence than my MXL. So if you actually look at the EQ curve on this Maono microphone, it's pretty flat up until when you get to the 5K to 10K range. There's a slight boost there, so you're getting some added presence, which I definitely noticed when I was recording with this microphone. And so that makes it great for recording vocals, because that's normally the range you're going to boost anyway with an EQ, especially on more budget microphones, budget, microphones that are, under $1,000. Now, once you get over 10K, it starts to dip. There's a little shelf there. So you're probably going to want to boost that range too for your vocals, depending on your track. And then it also starts to dip around 40K in the low end, but that's totally fine because you don't want that anyway, typically in your vocals. Some other things I liked about it is that it actually comes with a lot of great other accessories. It comes with a shock mount of its own, which, depending on your mic, you might have to buy that separately. And it also comes with its own metal pop filter, which is really nice because it's much easier to clean than a cloth pop filter. And so I think that's a really big advantage there. And again, this is a pop filter that normally you would have to buy separately. And so it all comes together. Plus it comes with a desk mic stand. So if you're doing podcasting or something, you don't have a boom arm, you just want to set it up on your desk, you can do that as well. And it also comes with its own XLR cable, which again is something, depending on the microphone you're buying, you might have to get separately. So everything comes together in this nice package, all in one. You get everything you need. And I find that very handy and very efficient. So for the cons, some people might say it sounds a little bit thin, but for me, this isn't a problem because I'm always cutting out the low end of my vocals when I'm recording with my other mic, my MXL, because in the mix, right, on its own, the vocal might sound thin. But in your mix anyway, you're going to be wanting to make your vocals a little bit thinner so that they can fit in the mix. They're not taking up extra space. If you leave in some of those low mids or even the low range of your vocals, which even if it sounds good when you're soloing the vocal with all the other instruments playing, it can just add in some extra mud and make it harder to distinguish the vocals. So this microphone is already coming with that in mind, and it's already basically pre-EQing your vocals so that you already are getting that presence boost, and also it doesn't have as much of that low mud. That said, if you are going to be doing podcasting or something else where it's vocal only, depending on your voice, you might want to EQ the low end up a bit. But otherwise, that is pretty much the only con I had. It's a pretty awesome microphone, especially for the price. So would I recommend this microphone? Yes, definitely. I'm really impressed with it. It sounds really nice. It's very versatile and can be used in many different audio situations. I'm also thinking this might be my go-to microphone going forward for recording all the vocals in my songs. All right, if this sounds like a microphone you'd like to get for yourself, then just click in the description below to use my link, or just go to orpheusaudioacademy.com/PM500. And again, if you use my link, that goes a long way to help support the channel. So I thank you so much in advance. All right, that being said, if you'd like to check out my other gear reviews, then I have a playlist on the screen right now that you can click on to check that out. Otherwise, have a great day and keep creating.